you. Yay.
Welcome everybody to another Friday class. It is June 7th. So this is the first Friday that we are getting together. And I am super excited to be here because we are going to cover promotions and an unsung hero, celery seed essential oil. So I am going to, as usual, post this class to my YouTube channel. So if you know of somebody who missed out on the live, then you can share the recording with them. If you follow me on Instagram at Dream Manifest Grow, you can also find the recording that I will post there. Every Friday, we meet up with like-minded people who are interested in creating a healthy lifestyle with doTERRA's essential oils and supplements. We talk about a variety of subjects that take place in life, in our business, as well as some of us who have other businesses besides doTERRA. So this class is for customers as well as sharers and builders. And every time you come, you learn something new. So thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. We're going to start out with promotions today. So let me go ahead and share my screen because we're just going to go to doterra.com. This makes it really simple for us to see what is promotions for. Let me kind of organize things here on my screen. Promotions for the month of June. Okay, so Jennifer, just unmute yourself and let me know that you can see this, please.
I sure can.
Awesome, thanks. So at the top of this website are usually a couple of headers, and they're all about the monthly promotions. So we have a brand new oil out that I have been waiting for called Endless Summer. If you have already received it, I know you are loving it. This oil came out in March in leadership, and it is absolutely going to be one of my favorites to be used in all three ways. So take advantage of that because it is a limited time only. Next up, we have our brand new travel size sun care set that comes with the new mineral lip gloss sunscreen. It is going to be an absolute favorite. It is TSA approved, so you could throw it in your suitcase and not worry about getting stopped. So get your hands on one of those. There is 4 to an account, a limit of 4. So if you want more, if you want to give it away as gifts, then go ahead and do that. And then last but not least, on the headers, they want to feature another brand new oil that just came out this last month called Costa Bria. And so there is still some of that oil available, and you can order that on your LRP as well. Moving on down the screen here, you will find that we now have On Guard Foaming Hand Wash Concentrate. So you could add that to your list of products that help you cut down on toxins in your home. I love all of our hand wash concentrates. They're at my office as well as my home. Continuing to scroll down, we are reminded of convention coming up in September. Tickets are still at the lowest possible price. As of July 1st, they will be going up. So if you're interested in going, it's great to get your ticket now. And if you have questions about how to make it possible for you on a budget, then go ahead and reach out to the person who invited you to this call because we have all kinds of ideas. In this section here, you can learn about a powerful probiotic, our PB Assist. That is for every member of the family. Here in this section, you can learn about summer recipes to die for. A lot of people start incorporating essential oils into their food come summertime, such as lavender lemonade or peppermint brownies. So you can find recipes there to start using in your kitchen. And in this section here, you can learn all about MetaPower's Recharge, which is our new electrolyte product that came out. Recharge your love for water. So if you're having a hard time consuming enough water, perhaps you can add some of our electrolytes to it. Switch it up a bit and make it more exciting. Last but not least, on this website, they always feature on the bottom our official website called source2you.com. And this month, they are featuring ylang ylang because that is the 10% off oil. Okay. So get a bottle of ylang ylang for 10% off in the month of June. And they are also featuring helichrysum in this section. So you can learn about how they grow it, how they distill it, how much it costs, and what it is good for. So that is it for promotions. Let me go ahead and stop share. The last promotion I want to mention is our free oil of the month. Okay, so remember, if you place a 125 PV order before the 15th, you get a free oil. And this month it is bergamot mint. So get your hands on a free oil by doing that. If you do that every month of the year, at the end of the year, you have anywhere between 12 to 13 free oils from doTERRA. It's a great program to be a part of. Okay, now let's jump into our feature oil, celery seed. So do me a favor in the chat, if you have this oil, celery seed, drop the words "got it." I just kind of want to get a feel for the group. If you do not have it and you need it, then drop the words "need it." Okay? I will be asking for testimonials of this oil at the end of our class today, because it is not often an oil that I would say a lot of people use, but it is pretty powerful. And if you don't have it in your collection, you're going to want it by the end of their class. So almost everyone is familiar with celery as a snack, right? Or a recipe ingredient. But did you know it actually produces a powerful essential oil? Celery seed oil is known for its digestive benefits when taken internally. So remember that right off the top of your head, digestive support. Okay. Now there's other things that it is good for that we're going to mention here. But you may be familiar with celery from the grocery store. But when it's from a local farmer's market, the plant looks drastically different. Apium granulans, the Latin name for celery, is actually a bright green plant and can grow up to 3 feet tall. It takes 2 years for the plant to fully mature and produce fruit. Historically, celery was used as early as the 5th century in China. And today it's widely used in Indian Ayurvedic practices. The oil itself comes from the celery seeds, not the fruit. And doTERRA collects it through steam distillation. We source it from India. And to me personally, the smell is very, very strong and pungent. I can only take it a little bit, so I have been working with it all week long, kind of smelling it out of the bottle, putting it on my wrist, seeing how it mixes with my chemistry. It used to make me nauseous when it first came out, but ever since I've been experimenting with it, I have moved away from that nauseous feeling and my body is getting acclimated to it. I've personally played around with it just a few times for bloating. After eating something really, really bad or heavy, I put 2 to 3 drops in an empty gel capsule and it worked miracles. Now, my usual go-to for any type of digestive issue is Digest Zen, right? That blend. But I wanted to try celery seed because I heard a lot about it from Laura Jacobs and a lot of other people in doTERRA. But because I didn't like the smell, I just didn't use it. And so I have to change that, right? Even though I don't like the smell of some of our oils, I must use it because the function is so much better for me than an over-the-counter drug or prescription drug from the doctor. Recently, in fact, just Monday, my mother had a wonderful experience with it. I told her that I was doing this class on celery seed and how it helped with neuropathy. In the book, it said neuropathy. And that stuck to her brain. And so she woke up Monday with sore hands and tingling that went all the way from her wrist to her fingertips. And usually that happens, but she puts oils on. She'll put marjoram or deep blue, and it'll start going away. But those oils weren't working for her for 2 days. So since I told her about celery seed, she said, I'm going to try that celery seed. She put it on when she went to sleep. And in the morning, she said there was no tingling. She was able to put on both earrings by herself. I usually have to help her with that. And she was super excited to continue experimenting with it. And she's now using it on the bottom of her feet before she goes to bed to help kidney function. So I absolutely love, I'm beginning to love this oil. Now I'm going to go ahead and share screen again. Let me go back here and I'm going to bring up the Essential Wellness book. You guys are familiar with that one, right? Let me just change the screen and see if share screen, close that, go back to Zoom. Okay, so here's some of the benefits. Here's some of the top uses for celery seed oil out of our book. Notice it is a tonic. It's great for ulcers, GERD, stomach, or intestinal lining issues, water retention and edema, urinary issues. So you can use this oil all 3 ways, aromatically, topically, and internally. Blood and liver toxicity, weak and stiff joints, gout, arthritis, rheumatism, and osteoporosis. So if you or someone you know has any one of these conditions, please feel free to share some of your celery seed. Gout is a very painful health issue. And typically, we recommend lemon or some of the citrus oils or even cypress to help with it. But now we have another one, celery seed. Okay, high blood pressure and restricted blood flow. Okay, so this is a really important one. So many people nowadays are on blood pressure medication. And so this could be helpful if they use it topically over the heart, liver, and the bottoms of their feet. Indigestion, flatulence, diarrhea, poor appetite. There it is, peripheral nerve damage and neuropathy, weakened spinal disc. So how many people are walking around with bulging disc or even a pinched nerve? That could be very painful, right? Try celery seed. You never know. Bladder, kidney, or gallstones, muscle aches, cramps, spasms, headaches, dizziness, epilepsy, stroke, menstrual flow and cramps, uterine issues. It does not say uterine fibroids, but uterine issues. So just think the whole scope, right? And insect repellent. So at the very end, I have a recipe that I'm going to show. And I hope you're able to take a picture of it because it includes celery seed, citronella, and a couple of other oils for insect repellent during summertime. I hope you're going to want that. And then we're also going to be talking a little bit about the emotional side of how celery seed can help us as well. Okay, so I'm going to stop screen share there. Now, does anybody want to share a particular experience that they have possibly had with celery seed? Just go ahead and unmute yourself because I'm getting myself organized for a short video that we're going to watch. Anybody want to share?
I've used it for knee pain.
Awesome. I think we're going to hear a lot of new ways to use this oil. I would never think to use it for pain, but I'm sure it has those types of properties, right? Okay, so next up, I have a very interesting YouTube video from a friend of mine named Mandy Summers. Now, I'm not going to large screen it, but we're going to play it because her husband, she has a really interesting experience that I think a lot of people will benefit from because she talks about Crohn's and how celery seed and Terrazyme and our probiotics were very, very helpful. So let's go ahead and watch that now, okay? Jennifer, just go ahead and text me that and let me know that you could hear and somewhat see everything, okay? I'm gonna play it.
Did you know that 74% of people living in the world today are dealing with some type of digestive issue? Watch this video to learn how to use celery seed essential oil to help improve your digestive system. Hi, thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Mandy Summers. I am an essential oil educator, and for the best essential oil education, subscribe to my channel and click that bell to be notified every single time I upload a brand new essential oil video on Tuesdays. If you're looking for natural ways to support your digestive system so that you have less constipation, less acid reflux, and less stomach discomfort, by the end of this video, you will have 2 digestive protocols that were specifically designed by Dr. Hill, along with 2 additional protocols that will help support the digestive system and your kidneys. I have literally seen how essential oils can go in and transform your digestive tract. My husband was diagnosed with Crohn's disease a little over 10 years ago, and we decided after years of pursuing modern medicine that we needed to supplement that with some natural solutions. After consulting a physician and finding the perfect protocols for him, we were able to eliminate his medications, and he received a colonoscopy that had 0 signs of Crohn's disease, inflammation, or any other issues in the digestive tract. They basically told him he had a beautiful digestive system. Oh, and stick around to the end where I will explain how to receive these 4 protocols that we'll be talking about today straight into your inbox as a free download. Now, before I go any further, I just want to talk a little bit about the quality of essential oils. Today, as I talk about celery seed essential oil and a few others, I am specifically talking about the doTERRA brand essential oils. And the reason why is because the quality, the purity, and the potency can be trusted. There is a reason why doTERRA is the #1 essential oil company in the world and is also found in hospitals across the country, along with partnering with cancer centers and other medical facilities. Truly, doTERRA has the highest grade of essential oil on the planet. As I share with you these protocols, please remember that if you are searching for solutions and trying to get powerful effects, do not expect similar results with any other brand. And remember, diluted, synthetic, and adulterated essential oils can actually cause more harm than they can do good. Celery essential oil has a myriad of constituents, which gives it a number of health benefits. Some of those are healthy lung and respiratory support, healthy cardiovascular support. It's very calming to the nervous system. And today we're going to talk about its benefits for the digestive system. So the digestive system has 2 purposes, really. The first one is to protect. 70% of our immune system is in the gut. We know that the digestive system is very susceptible to different organisms. Some of them are healthy and some of them are unhealthy. So it's very important that we find a balance in our gut and give it the support that it needs. To give the gut that foundation before we even introduce essential oils into the gut, it's important that we really do create a foundation of a natural, healthy, positive environment. And the best way to do that is to put a quality probiotic into your gut. Now, today we're not going to talk about probiotics on this video, but if you're interested in learning more about that, I will include a link in the description below. You can visit that and learn more about probiotics. But the probiotics that doTERRA recommends is called PB Assist. PB Assist encourages healthy flora and bacteria in your gut. So the second purpose of the digestive system is to support healthy digestion. Now, our body produces 2 types of enzymes for this process. The first one are digestive enzymes, and the second one are metabolic enzymes. Now, if we do not have the proper digestive enzymes in our gut, we are unable to produce, our body will decide that it's going to produce the digestive enzymes instead of the metabolic enzymes. Both of these are very beneficial for our system. So we need both of them. So a great second foundation to go along with the PB Assist would be a Terrazyme. Terrazyme is a digestive enzyme that helps support your system in producing those enzymes so that you can then produce the metabolic enzymes that are needed as well. We absolutely love Terrazyme, and it's one that we use every single day. And My husband has gone through Crohn's disease. We've been able to see that Terrazyme has been super beneficial to really helping support his gut function. So now that we have the foundation set, the good foundation of what a healthy gut needs, now we can target it with essential oils that will help protect, soothe, and ultimately support the system in healing itself. Now, if you know anything about doTERRA, you know that we have many products that support the digestive system. So I wanted to kind of go over just a few of those so that you can see the difference between those and celery seed essential oil and how each one can target different aspects of your gut and your digestive system function. Each one has its own place. For instance, if we look at black pepper, we see that black pepper has good interaction with CB2 activation. And when we look at ginger, we see that it has an interaction with the 5-HT3 receptor. These are the serotonin receptors. We see that peppermint helps with gut motility. Then when we blend a lot of these essential oils together, it increases the potential of the essential oils. We actually have synergistic safety when we blend them together. So when you have something like digestin and you put a number of essential oils together, you are enhancing the benefits of those essential oils. Then of course we have fennel that relaxes the tissue. And in general, oils that come from seeds tend to be very helpful with the digestive process. So now that we have somewhat of a background, let's talk about celery seed essential oil. Celery seed essential oil is a powerhouse for your digestive system. Celery essential oil can be used topically, aromatically, and internally, and is most recommended internally to really help support that digestive tract. Now, it also has a bitter taste to it, and so I'm going to recommend a little bit later on in the video different ways that you can take it so that it doesn't leave that bitter taste in your mouth. Celery seed essential oil comes from the celery plant. It actually comes from the seed that's produced. Celery seed essential oil has been used since the 5th century in Chinese medicine. Celery that you find in the supermarket looks nothing like the traditionally grown celery. The celery plant can grow up to 3 feet high and is bright green and radiant with life. Celery seed essential oil is very beneficial to the esophagus. All digestive tissue has a protective barrier to it. It's a mucous membrane. And depending where you are in the digestive tract depends on what that membrane actually does. So in the esophagus, it acts as a protector and a way to transport. Celery seed naturally enhances the body's ability to produce these tissues to protect the esophagus tract. So Dr. Hill's recommendation for your esophagus would be 2 to 3 drops of celery seed essential oil in your smoothie or your drink in the morning. Now, if you want to disperse that bitter flavor, he recommends that you add 2 to 3 drops of a citrus oil. So you might be wondering, how is celery seed essential oil different than celery juice? I know that celery juice is a huge thing right now with the medical median. So anytime you're talking about an essential oil or a juice or an herb, you have to understand that the potency, purity, and efficacy of the essential oil is way more than a juice or an herb. So for instance, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So when you have a pure, potent essential oil, you are not having to worry about the pesticide, the toxins that your body is having to filter out from the things that you've put in it. And then let's just remember that the potency of it is way more than 1 glass of celery juice. And so when you put those two things together, you realize that simplifying things would be to incorporate celery essential oil into your morning routine. It will be super effective. And like I said, you won't have to worry about those toxins, the pesticides, all the different things that come with some of our produce that we have today. So celery seed essential oil is far superior to actual celery juice. Now, sometimes in the esophagus, what we're dealing with is our stomach sending acid up into our esophagus. So a great way to combat that is to do the 2 to 3 drops of celery essential oil, which is high in limonene, and pair that with a citrus oil that's high in linalool. So oils like wild orange, grapefruit, you could even do it with lavender. Even though that's not a citrus oil, it does have high amounts of linalool in it. So next, celery seed essential oil is very beneficial to the stomach. It protects against inflammation and it helps to flush out the toxins that are in our system. This is a great oil for areas in the stomach that might be damaged. It can be very calming and very soothing. If you're looking to target your stomach with celery seed essential oil, it's great to pair with a spice oil. Traditionally, we know that spice oils are very protective. And so When you put those two together, you'll have a soothing, protective combination. The best way to get it down into the stomach is to simply put it in a gel cap and swallow it down with some water so that it goes directly into the stomach. And once again, all you need is 2 to 3 drops. Now let's switch gears. I told you I was going to give you 2 additional ways to use celery seed essential oil, and both of these protocols are for kidney support. Even though it's not part of the digestive tract, it's super important to our overall health and well-being. And so if you're struggling with kidney issues, maybe kidney infections, you need your kidneys to function better, a great protocol for that would be 2 to 3 drops of celery seed essential oil paired with juniper berry essential oil. That particular oil is great for supporting healthy kidney function. Once again, put those into capsules and you can swallow that down. It will go in and it will target healthy kidney function. The fourth way to use celery seed essential oil, the protocol that Dr. Hill recommends, is to pair it with cinnamon bark. When you put celery seed and cinnamon bark in a gel capsule together, once again, 2 to 3 drops of each, swallow it down. That will be very protective of your kidneys. So if you're somebody who has struggled with chronic kidney issues, this is a great combination. It's not one that you need to do on a daily basis. It's one that really you just do for a few days at a time to boost that immunity and that protectiveness in your kidneys so that they function properly and you're not susceptible to kidney infections. You can buy your celery seed essential oil below and join our oil family. Now you have 4 ways to use celery seed essential oil. And like I said,
so I hope you enjoyed that video. She gave a lot of information. If you want the recipes, that video is available on her YouTube channel. Her name is Mandy Summers. Absolutely loved everything she shared there. Anybody want to share one cool takeaway that they liked from that video before I wrap it up here with the emotional side of celery seed? Just go ahead and unmute yourself because I can't see all the participants on Zoom. Anybody?
I thought the chemical explanation she gave and how it paired with citrus was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I love the recipe targeted the kidneys with juniper berry and celery seeds. So she gave a lot of great information there. So a lot of different ways to use it, right? But most of us here on my team, usually on the Friday calls, we not only talk about the physical benefits of essential oils, but we go into also the emotional side of how essential oils can help us. And I'm just going to read just a tiny bit out of our book, Essential Emotions, here on celery seed. It is known as the oil of detoxing. Never before has the entire earth been more drenched in toxic substances in the air, water, and soil. Even daily media consumption is filled with toxicity toward hearts and minds. Human bodies are struggling to cope with the onslaught to their detoxification pathways. This pestilent barrage wears down on the body's natural ability to purge both emotional and physical toxins. Celery seed will partner with individuals when they know they must journey into an emotional or physical detox to restore their internal equilibrium. So there's more to it. If you have this book, do some more research because you can use it to detox on an emotional level as well. So we are at our time. If you have not had the privilege of experiencing this powerhouse oil, then I hope today's class has inspired you to get some and use it and find out how it can help you and your family. Last but not least, I'm going to wrap it up with a picture of 2 recipes that I think you are really going to love. So let me go ahead and share screen again, and you can take a picture of these recipes. So here is the insect repellent recipe. It includes 2 drops celery seed, 3 drops citronella, 2 eucalyptus, 1 tea tree, and 2 hinoki. Mix these in a 1-ounce carrier with aloe vera gel for an effective natural insect deterrent. And the second recipe is a pain vanquisher. So celery seed, Spanish sage, lavender, chamomile, and eucalyptus. Okay, combine those oils together with a little bit of a carrier oil that you prefer. It lists jojoba or sweet almond oil. Some of us use coconut oil. Massage it into the area of discomfort 3 to 4 times a day and watch the pain disappear. So I hope you got a picture of those. And if you didn't, then reach out to me and I can share those with you via text message. Okay. All righty. Well, that is our time for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Anybody want to open it up? I'm going to open it up for Q&A and success stories now. Does anybody have something to share before I close with announcements?
I had a question. On the it's with the oregano. Can you take oregano as it drops too internally or just for
You
tropically?
you can take it, you can use it all 3 ways, aromatically, topically, and internally.
Oh, unlawful Lana, you just showed right now the recipe for the pain. I didn't get time to take a picture of it.
Okay, Lupe, I'll send it to you, text message. Okay, honey?
Do you got my information so you can send it to me?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
Is it like 2 to 3 drops?
Let's see if it's still up. Okay, there. Do you have that info? Can you see it?
Oh, I already got that one.
Oh, okay.
I ask you, was it 2 to 3 drops?
Yeah, it's 2. It says 2, but if you put 3, I'm sure it'll be okay.
I mean, by itself on the capsule.
Huh?
Okay.
Well, this particular recipe you can do in a capsule. It'd have to be an extra large capsule because it's a lot of oil. But this recipe is to just put the oils in your hand and then rub it on the pain spot.
Oh no, my question was with the oregano only.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oregano you could take internally. Dee, you have your hand up?
No, I was just going to mention, I think the Hinoki is a limited time one, right? Because doTERRA still has it at the moment.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up.
Celery stick. Yay. Gotta get some of that.
Hinoki is a wonderful oil as well. Okay, so last but not least, I am going to close by reminding you that next week, Friday, our topic is all about self-care for the caregiver. So feel free to attend next week and learn about that as well. And now I am going to copy and paste a link in the chat. Let's see if I can do this. On Monday, there was a corporate empowered success call with Laura Jacobs and Dr. Von Watt. He's new to doTERRA. It was an absolute wonderful call. And so the recording is only available until I think Monday, but there is the link for the recording in the chat. If you click on that, it will take you to justinswebinars.com where it will be posted right on the top. And you could register to watch it and learn about some things that are coming up with doTERRA and hear that very interesting call between Dr. Von Watt and Laura Jacobs, okay? So I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me again on another Friday. I hope you enjoyed it and found value in the information. We shall see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.